Imagine an island so vast it dwarfs most of Western Europe. This is Greenland, stretching over 2 million square kilometers. It's the world's largest island that isn't a continent, and its sheer scale is almost impossible to comprehend. From horizon to horizon, it's a land of extremes, icy, remote, and breathtakingly beautiful. Greenland sits between the Arctic and Atlantic Oceans, a giant neighbor to Canada and Iceland, and dominates the top of any world map. Its location places it at the crossroads of continents, where frigid polar winds meet the North Atlantic currents, shaping both its climate and its destiny. For centuries, Greenland was a remote afterthought, a distant land known mostly to explorers and scientists. But now, it's at the center of global attention, as the world's eyes turn northward in search of answers to some of our biggest challenges. Technically part of Denmark, Greenland is self-governing, making most of its own decisions from its capital, Nuuk. Here, Greenlanders chart their own course, balancing tradition with modernity and navigating the complex relationship with their European partner. This unique political arrangement shapes its ongoing story of independence and cultural identity. Greenlanders are proud of their Inuit heritage, and their language, art, and customs are woven into daily life, even as they look toward the future. The name Greenland was a clever Viking marketing ploy. Eric the Red wanted settlers, so he made it sound inviting. The legend goes that he hoped the promise of a green land would attract more people to this challenging, icy frontier. In reality, most of the island is anything but green. Over 80% of Greenland is covered by a massive ice sheet, making it one of the coldest and most inhospitable places on Earth. Only a narrow coastal strip is free of ice, where hardy communities have learned to thrive. Today, Greenland's size, location, and resources have made it a focal point for climate change, geopolitics, and global power struggles. Its vast ice sheet is melting at an alarming rate, raising sea levels and threatening coastal cities worldwide. Its melting ice and untapped resources, like rare earth minerals and oil, are drawing the eyes of Washington, Beijing, and Moscow. The world's superpowers are now competing for influence and access in this once-forgotten land. Greenland's strategic location makes it a critical piece on the global chessboard. Military bases, scientific stations, and new shipping routes are all part of the high-stakes game unfolding in the Arctic. Understanding Greenland is now essential for understanding the future of our planet. What happens here will shape the fate of coastlines, economies, and ecosystems around the world. This is no longer just a matter of geography, it's about climate, resources, and power. Greenland's story is now everyone's story, and its future will help define our own. To truly understand Greenland, you have to start with ice, endless, ancient, and awe-inspiring. About 80% of the island is buried under a massive ice sheet, in places more than 3 kilometers thick, one of the largest bodies of ice on Earth, second only to Antarctica. This colossal weight of ice is so immense that it's actually pressed much of Greenland's land below sea level. If all this ice were to melt, the island would transform dramatically, becoming a ring of rugged mountains encircling a vast inland sea. The climate here is truly Arctic. Long, dark winters stretch for months, followed by short, cool summers. In some places, the sun never rises for weeks in winter, while in summer, it never sets, bathing the land in endless daylight. Life in Greenland is shaped by these extremes. Both people and wildlife have adapted to survive in a world of ice and cold, where resilience and ingenuity are essential for daily life. Yet, along the southern and western coasts, a different Greenland emerges. When summer finally arrives, bursts of green appear, fjords and valleys come alive with hardy tundra plants, wildflowers and mosses, creating a brief but vibrant season of growth. Most Greenlanders make their homes on these narrow coastal fringes, where the climate is milder and the sea provides a vital source of food and livelihood. Fishing, hunting, and small, close-knit communities thrive here, connected by tradition and the rhythms of the Arctic. The contrast between the frozen, uninhabitable interior and the green, life-filled coast is striking. This sharp divide defines Greenland's very existence and shapes the lives of everyone who calls it home. The ice not only dictates the climate, but also conceals untapped resources, potential wealth hidden beneath its surface. Meanwhile, the coast is the nation's lifeblood, supporting its people and culture. This unique geography drives Greenland's politics, economy, and its evolving role on the world stage, as climate change and global interest bring new challenges and opportunities. The ongoing relationship between ice and coast is the island's central drama, a delicate balance that is constantly shifting with the seasons and the changing climate. Greenland is a land of stark, breathtaking contrasts, a place where ice and green meet, shaping not just the landscape, but the destiny of an entire nation with consequences that reach far beyond its shores. Greenland's geography makes it a strategic powerhouse. Its sheer size and location at the top of the world give it a unique significance that few other places can match. Like a giant unsinkable aircraft carrier in the Arctic, Greenland dominates the region, offering a natural platform for projecting power and monitoring activity across the polar north. During the Cold War, the US built Thule Air Base, now known as Patuxent Space Base, to keep watch for Soviet missiles and defend North America. Today, its importance has only grown as new threats and technologies emerge, making Greenland a critical node in global security networks. Melting Arctic ice is opening new shipping lanes, and Greenland sits at the crossroads of these emerging routes. As the ice recedes, the once impassable Arctic is becoming a new maritime highway, shortening trade routes between Asia, Europe, and North America. Control over Greenland means influence over future global trade and military positioning. Whoever holds sway here can shape the flow of goods, energy, and information across the northern hemisphere. China, calling itself a near-Arctic state, has tried to invest in Greenland's infrastructure and resources as part of its Polar Silk Road ambitions. Chinese companies have sought access to rare earth minerals, ports, and airports, hoping to secure a foothold in this rapidly changing region. The US, wary of rivals gaining a foothold, sees Greenland as vital to continental defense and global strategy. American policymakers have increased diplomatic and military engagement, determined to keep Greenland within the Western sphere of influence. Investments here are about more than economics. They're about power. Every deal, every infrastructure project is weighed for its strategic implications as nations compete for access and influence. Greenland is now a stage for great power competition, its value rooted in both its resources and its location. The island's vast mineral wealth, including rare earths and hydrocarbons, adds another layer to the contest. As the Arctic transforms, Greenland's strategic importance only increases. The melting ice is not just an environmental story, it's a geopolitical revolution, redrawing the map of global power. This once remote island is now a key prize in the 21st century geopolitical game, where the stakes are nothing less than the future balance of power in the Arctic and beyond. In 2019, President Trump's proposal to buy Greenland from Denmark stunned the world. The idea was dismissed as absurd by both Denmark and Greenland, which is self-governing and not for sale. But behind the headlines were serious strategic motives: control of Arctic territory, resources, and shipping routes. The episode highlighted Greenland's growing global significance and its unique political status. Suddenly, the world was asking, why is Greenland so important? Trump's proposal, though rejected, thrust Greenland into the international spotlight. It revealed the high-stakes calculations of global powers. Greenland's era of quiet isolation was officially over. Beneath Greenland's ice and along its coast lies a treasure trove of minerals: iron, zinc, gold, uranium, and especially rare earth elements vital for modern technology. As the ice melts and technology advances, these resources are becoming accessible, attracting global interest. Greenland could also hold vast reserves of oil and gas offshore, tempting but risky to exploit. For Greenland, resource development could fund independence from Denmark, but it comes with environmental and ethical dilemmas. Mining and drilling could transform the economy, but threaten the fragile Arctic environment. The world's hunger for resources puts Greenland in a powerful yet precarious position. Greenlanders must choose: protect their environment or unlock their treasure to build a new future. Their decision will have global consequences. Greenland is the world's largest island, over 2.1 million square kilometers, yet home to just 57,000 people. Its population is smaller than a major sports stadium crowd, making it the least densely populated place on Earth. The Greenland ice sheet holds about 10% of the world's fresh water. If it melted, sea levels would rise over 7 meters. Scientists study ancient ice cores here to unlock secrets of Earth's climate history. Greenlandic Inuit culture is resilient and rich, shaped by the harsh Arctic for thousands of years. Traditional life revolves around the sea and ice, with hunting and fishing at its core. The Greenlandic language, Kalaallisut, is unique and unrelated to European tongues. Modern Greenland blends ancient traditions with new influences, music, art, and a strong national identity. Social life centers on kaffemik, open-house coffee gatherings that bring warmth and community. These traditions are vital for thriving in such a remote, demanding land. Greenland's culture is as remarkable as its landscape. Greenland is ground zero for climate change. The Arctic is warming 2 to 3 times faster than the rest of the planet. The Greenland ice sheet is melting rapidly, driving global sea level rise and threatening coastal cities worldwide. Scientists track the melt with satellites and ice cores, finding urgent evidence of a changing climate. Greenland's fate is tied to the world's. What happens here affects weather, ocean currents, and the future of millions. The influx of meltwater could disrupt major ocean currents like the Gulf Stream, altering weather patterns across continents. Greenland is the canary in the coal mine for our planet's health. The changes here are a stark warning and a call to action. Watching Greenland is like watching a barometer for Earth's future. The world's response to this crisis will shape the fate of us all. Greenlanders stand at a crossroads, facing new opportunities and daunting challenges. The dream of full independence from Denmark is strong, but economic self-sufficiency is key. Mining and oil could fund sovereignty, but risk environmental harm and social upheaval. Rapid modernization has brought social strains, unemployment, housing shortages, and public health issues. Yet, a new generation is rising educated, globally aware, and determined to shape Greenland's future. They blend traditional knowledge with modern skills, aiming for prosperity and sustainability. The well-being of Greenland's people is the true measure of success. The choices made now will define the nation for generations. Greenland's story will be written by its own people. Greenland is a symbol of our planet's interconnected future. Its choices, between resource extraction and environmental protection, mirror global dilemmas. As the Arctic opens, Greenland's voice is crucial in shaping new rules and cooperation. The island's fate affects us all, from rising seas to shifting weather. Greenland reminds us that remote places can have global impact. Its future will help decide whether the Arctic is a zone of conflict or cooperation. The Great White Island is now central to the great questions of our time.